Hello children, good morning. Welcome to K-Tech High School and Junior College. So children, in our last lecture we have started our lesson number 10, Cells and Cell Organelle. Today we will continue the same lesson. Okay? So, in our previous lecture we have studied about what are cells. Cells are made up of components called cell organelles. A cell is capable to live and perform all their respective functions due to the presence of cell organelles. The structure seen in almost every cell is the same. So we have studied about the structure of plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm in our last lecture. Have you remember? So children, today we will be learning the different cell organelles present in the cell. So what is an organelle? An organelle is a specialized subunit having specific functions within the cell. In simple terms, if we say, they are the organs of the cell. Each organelle has its own lipoprotein membrane. Now here you can see some of the organelles like nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi Complex, Lysosome, Mitochondria, Vacuoles, Plastids and Chloroplast. Except nucleus and chloroplast, all the other organelles can be seen only with electron microscope. So first we will start with nucleus. When observed under the electron microscope, we can see nucleus covered by a double-layered membrane with small pores. These pores allow the passage of material in and out of the nucleus. Chromatin fibers are present in it and they are thin thread-like structures which condense to form short thick chromosomes at the time of cell division. Functional segments of chromosomes are called genes. So what is the function of nucleus? It controls all the metabolic activities of the cell and also the cell division. It is involved in the transmission of hereditary characters from parents to offspring. Like we say, if a baby is born in your house, we say that the baby assumes looks like his father, or the baby looks like her mother. So these are the hereditary characters transferred from parents to offspring. So this is done in nucleus. Are you getting me, children? The next one is endoplasmic reticulum. So what is it? The organelle which conducts various substances inside the cell is called endoplasmic reticulum. It is also denoted by ER. Now this endoplasmic reticulum has many folds and it is a net-like structure consisting of interconnected miniature tubes and sheets filled with fluid. ER, that is endoplasmic reticulum, is connected to nucleus from inner side to plasma membrane from outer side. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: rough endoplasmic reticulum RER and smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Rough ER has ribosomes granules on its outer surface. Now what are the function of endoplasmic reticulum? It is the framework that supports the cell, conduction of proteins and the toxins that have entered the body through food, air and water are made water soluble by endoplasmic reticulum, and then they are flushed out of the body. The next is Golgi Complex. Now look at this picture, children. It is made up of 5 to 8 hollow and flat sacs placed parallel to each other. Now these sacs are called cisternae, as you can see in this picture, and they are filled with different enzymes. The proteins coming from endoplasmic reticulum are enclosed in vesicles, which come towards Golgi complex via cytoplasm. They fuse with the formation phase of Golgi membrane and empty their contents in cisternae. As they pass through the cisternae, they are chemically modified with the help of enzyme. They are again packed in the vesicles. These vesicles exits from the maturation phase. Thus, cisternae works like a packaging department that packs and distributes the substances. Okay, now let's see the functions. Golgi complex is the secretory organ of the cell. It modifies, sorts and packs material synthesized in the cells like enzymes, mucus, proteins and pigments. It produces vacuoles and secretory vesicles. It also helps in the formation of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosome. And it dispatches them to various targets like plasma membrane, lysosome, etc. So these are the functions of Golgi complex. Are you getting me, children? The next we have is lysosomes. Now, due to various metabolic activities in the cells, organic waste is generated. So lysosomes digest the waste. They are just simple single membrane bound sacs filled with digestive enzymes. So what is the function of lysosomes? The immune system. It destroys viruses and bacteria that attack the cell. Demolition squad. It destroys the worn out cellular organelles and organic debris. Suicide bags. When a cell becomes old or is damaged, lysosomes burst and enzymes digest their own cell. And during starvation, lysosome digest the stored proteins, fats, etc. So, these are the functions of lysosome. Now the next one is mitochondria. Now each cell requires energy, and this energy is produced in the mitochondria. Under the electron microscope, a mitochondrion is seen as a double membrane structure. The outer membrane is porous and the inner membrane is deeply folded, as you can see in the picture, children. These folds are called cristae. The inner cavity is filled with proteinaceous gel like matrix containing ribosomes, phosphate granules and DNA. DNA means deoxyribose nucleic acid. Therefore, it can produce its own protein. With the help of enzymes, mitochondria oxidize carbohydrates and fats in the cell. So the energy released in this process is stored in the mitochondria in the form of ATP. So the function is to produce energy-rich compound ATP and synthesis of protein, carbohydrates, lipids, etc. The next we have is vacuoles. Vacuoles are the storage sacs for solid or liquid contents. They don't have any typical shape or size. The structure of the vacuole changes according to the need of the cell. Vacuole is bound by single membrane. Let us see the functions of vacuole. To maintain the osmotic pressure of the cell. To store metabolic byproducts and end products like glycogen, proteins, water, etc. In the animal cell, they store waste products and food, while in amoeba, it stores food before digestion. In the plant cells, vacuoles are full of cell sap and provides turgidity and rigidity to them. Now let's see the next one. Plastids. Now children, tell me, why are plant leaves green and flowers red, yellow, orange or blue? The organelle which gives such colors is present only in the plant cell and it is called plastids. They have double membrane and they are of two types, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chromoplast means colored plastids, whereas leucoplast means white or colorless plastids. Chloroplast can get converted into other types of chromoplast. Example, raw green tomatoes turned red due to breakdown of chlorophyll and synthesis of lycopene. Isn't it interesting, children? Yes, it is. The next is chloroplast. Now, children, chloroplasts are important for the photosynthesis process that takes place in the leaves. Chlorophyll in chloroplast traps the solar energy and converts it to a chemical energy. Stroma in chloroplast contains enzymes, DNA, ribosomes and carbohydrates that are necessary for photosynthesis. So let's see the functions of chloroplast. Chloroplast converts solar energy to chemical energy, that is food. Chromoplast give different colors to flowers and fruits. And leucoplasts are involved in the synthesis and storage of food like starch, oils and proteins. So, mitochondria and plastids can produce proteins as well as replicate themselves as they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Now children, after studying the cells and the cell organelles, you must have come to know that all the functions in plant and animal cells are taking place smoothly due to cell organelles, isn't it? Such developed cells are called eukaryotic cells. Last year we have studied prokaryotic cells of bacteria. Now let's compare the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells, the size is 5 to 100 micrometer, and prokaryotic size are 1 to 10 micrometer. The number of chromosomes more than 1, and in prokaryotic cells it is only 1. In eukaryotic cells, nucleus, mitochondria and plastids are present. In prokaryotic cells, no membrane-bound cell organelles. Examples of eukaryotic cells, they are highly evolved unicellular and multicellular plants and animals. And the examples of prokaryotic cell is bacteria. So now children, as we know the various cell organelles which are present in the cells and their functions and importance also. So I think you all must have understood the functions of the various cell organelles. Isn't it, children? Good. So children, let's quickly summarize today's topic, what we have learned. We have learned of various cells organelles such as Golgi bodies, mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum and chloroplast, their functions and the importance of them. I hope you all have understood these cells and cell organelles. So with this children, we have come to an end of this video, today's session. So we will continue in our next video children. Till then, thank you. Take care.